Once upon a time, in a vast African grassland, there lived a young lion named Zorro. Zorro was powerful. He was a skilled hunter. He was fearless, but he had one major weakness. He always wanted others to like him. He always wanted everyone to understand him. One morning, Zorro hunted down a large deer for his breakfast. As he was carrying it back home, a group of hyenas appeared. Their leader smiled, but it wasn't a kind smile. "Look at this big lion," the hyena said, "taking food from innocent animals. What a bully." Zorro stopped. Anger rose inside him. "I'm not a bully," he replied. "I worked hard for this. I hunted for hours. This is my food." The hyenas burst into laughter. "Oh, listen to him. The strong lion is explaining himself. How cute." "I'm just telling the truth," Zorro said, his voice getting louder. "I'm not a bad lion. I hunt only when I'm hungry. I don't kill for fun." Sure, another hyena mocked. "That's what every bully says." "I'm not a bully," Zorro shouted. The more he tried to explain, the louder they laughed. "You think you're better than us. You're mean. You're selfish." Zorro kept trying. "No, you don't understand. I'm a good lion. Yesterday I helped a sick cub. Last week I shared my food." But the hyenas didn't stop laughing. Eventually, they walked away, leaving Zorro standing there, tired and upset. His food was still there, but he had no appetite. The worst part? The hyenas looked happy, very happy. They had made the king of animals beg for their approval. That night, Zorro went to see the oldest lion in his pride, Jabari. Jabari was massive. His face carried scars from old battles, and his mane had begun to turn gray. Everyone respected him. "The hyenas mock me every day," Zorro said. "They say I'm a bad lion, but I'm not. How do I make them understand?" Jabari looked at him calmly. "Why do you care about what they think?" "Because they're wrong," Zorro replied. "I need to tell them the truth." "Why?" Jabari asked again. "Because I'm not what they say I am." Jabari stayed silent for a moment, then said, "Does their opinion change who you really are?" "No." "Then why give them so much power over you?" "I'm not giving them power. I'm just defending myself." Jabari slowly shook his head. "Every time you explain yourself to someone who attacks you, you lose. You make yourself small. You let them become your judge." "So what should I do? Just let them insult me?" "Tomorrow, just watch me," Jabari said. The next day, the hyenas found Jabari resting under a tree. "Look at this old lion," they shouted. "Too lazy to hunt, living off others." Jabari didn't move. He didn't even open his eyes. "Hey, old one, we're talking to you." Nothing. Silence. The hyenas looked confused. "What's wrong? Too old to respond?" Jabari opened one eye, looked at them without emotion, then closed it again. No anger, no fear. Nothing. The silence became heavy. The hyenas grew uncomfortable. Without a reaction, their game wasn't fun anymore. Slowly, they walked away, feeling strangely foolish. Zorro had been watching from a distance. "You didn't say anything," he said. "But they left." "How?" "I didn't fight them," Jabari replied. "I refused to play their game." "But weren't you angry?" "What they think about me doesn't matter. I know who I am," Jabari said, touching his chest. "That truth is here, not in their words." Zorro thought deeply about this. Days later, when the hyenas returned, he was ready. "There's Zorro, the cruel one!" they shouted. "The selfish lion!" Zorro felt anger rising. He wanted to argue, he wanted to explain, but he remembered Jabari. So he did something different. He looked at them calmly and said nothing. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. The hyenas waited. When he didn't react, they pushed harder. "What? No explanation today?" Zorro kept staring, his face unchanged. The hyenas grew uneasy. Their confidence began to fade. Finally, Zorro spoke softly. Think whatever you want." Then he turned and walked away. The hyenas stood there, confused. They came for a fight, but got nothing. Weeks passed. They tried again and again, but Zorro stayed calm. So calm it felt like arguing with a mountain. One day, a hyena asked, "Why don't you defend yourself anymore? Don't you care what we say?" Zorro looked at him and calmly said, "Why should a lion care about what hyenas think?" Not with anger, just a simple truth. From that moment, everything changed. The hyenas stopped coming. There was no fun in attacking someone who didn't react. One day, Jabari saw Zorro walking by, his head held high, unaffected by whispers. "You've learned," Jabari said. "Yes," Zorro replied. "I wasted so much time trying to make everyone understand me. I forgot that the only understanding that matters is my own." And now, what do you know? That a lion doesn't need to explain himself. A lion simply is. Jabari smiled. "You're not a cub anymore, you're a king." From that day forward, Zorro walked differently, not with pride or arrogance, but with certainty. He no longer needed to prove his strength. Others could see it. He didn't need to prove his goodness. His actions showed it. And when others spoke badly about him, as they always would, their words passed through him like wind through grass. Because Zorro finally understood. When you don't feel the need to defend yourself, no one can defeat you. True power doesn't come from explaining yourself. It comes from knowing yourself. A lion never explains himself to hyenas. He simply lives his truth. Stop defending, start living. If this story made you think, don't forget to like, share, and follow The Story Seeker for more powerful stories like this.